Join Laurie and me as we explore the wild beauty of Newfoundland, a land of rivers, forests, and endless adventure. Over 10 days, we'll ride remote trails, windswept beaches, and hidden corners few get to see. From quiet bluffs to breathtaking views, every moment brings something unforgettable. We ride, discover, and immerse ourselves in the landscape, taking in all the sights and experiences along the way, meeting incredible people and creating memories that'll last a lifetime. This is our 10-day side-by-side adventure across Western Newfoundland. Welcome back to day 2 of Laurie and I's epic 10-day side-by-side trip up Western Newfoundland, Canada. Today, we left Stephenville, headed up the rail bed, and had a quick picture stop at George's Lake. And then, we headed over to the most beautiful place in the world, Serpentine Lake, where we hung out for a little while. Then it was back to the rail bed, and we headed all the way up to Corner Brook, to the Greenwood Inn and Suites for our hotel for the night. We got up nice and early, and we headed out. As I said in video 1, we really lucked out with the weather. Look at day 2, not even a cloud in the sky. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. We didn't know it at the time, but there were a lot of wildfires across Canada. The weather had been so dry, and it hadn't rained much. Nova Scotia actually shut down UTV travel and was finding people if they were found in the woods. There was a lot of talk on the island about whether Newfoundland would follow suit, and we had no idea about any of it. We'll talk more about that as the trip goes on. There in the distance you can see one of the old buildings of the Harmon Air Force Base. We headed up this way just a little bit and jumped on the main road. And we got to our first destination of the day, the Dominion grocery store, so we could get some supplies for lunch. Once we grabbed our supplies for lunch, we followed this track all the way out of Stephenville. And we're back to the T Railway. The trail was in amazing shape, nice and flat and fast. Here I'm pulling over to let somebody go by. On this part of the T Railway, we just cruised for a long time. Up ahead, the trail opened up to this beautiful river. It was nice to stop and take a quick look. We soon came upon a lot of traffic. There was a couple of UTVs coming our way, and there was some people walking on the trailway. Because the trailway's open to everybody, you gotta keep your head up from people walking and people riding bikes. There are a ton of these beautiful bridges along the trailway. You see this sign right here? Well, we didn't see it when we first passed by. It says local trailway stickers, $20 at Camp 7 Lounge. Pretty soon up ahead, we were going to find out what this sign meant. As we came upon the Camp 7 Lounge, an old guy came up from the side of the trail, stood right in the middle of the trail and stopped me. Remember that sign from earlier? He was selling those $20 stickers. He tried to tell me that I needed it in order to continue on my way. But I told him that I had already bought my trail pass, and I showed him the piece of paper I had. We didn't have any cash on us, but since we were coming back this way on our way home, I told him we would get him then. Just up past the Camp 7 Lounge was the gorgeous George's Lake. There were hardly any camps on it at all. We found a little pull-off, and we decided to stop and take a few pictures. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Where are we?
George's Lake.
George's Lake, Newfoundland. Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
We stayed at George's Lake for about 20 to 25 minutes and just soaked in all the views. You know, back home, this lake would be loaded full of cottages. It's pretty cool to see that Newfoundland hardly has anybody on a lake like this. After that short break, we jumped back in the machines and we headed back to the T Railway. It wasn't long before we took a left-hand turn and headed down this dirt road towards the beautiful Serpentine Lake. Pretty soon, we got our first glimpse of the Earth's mantle. That's it, way off in the distance on the left-hand side. I was really excited here because I knew we were getting closer to Serpentine Lake. Laurie was such a trooper for the first half of our trip, as she had to follow me our entire way. Therefore, she ate a lot of my dust, but I made up for it on the way back, and I followed her, and I got paid back. I had seen videos of Serpentine Lake before, so I kind of had an idea of what it looked like, but Laurie has never seen it, so I couldn't wait to give her the surprise of seeing it for the first time. Speaking of surprises, as we got close to the lake, we ran into DJ and the rest of the Nova Scotia group. Laurie and I started to talk about these guys and about how much we liked them. And since there was a pretty good chance that we were going to hang out with them at Serpentine Lake, I had Laurie run through all their names with me so I wouldn't mess up anybody's name. After rehearsing everyone's name there for a little while, we thought we had everybody's name down. Except, come to find out, we'd called Patrick Dave for the next 2 days. He was too polite to correct us, so for the next 2 days, we called him Dave. It was finally time to arrive at Serpentine Lake. We stopped really quickly right here so I could get my Insta360 camera out. I wanted the 360 camera to capture what we were about to see. I really fell in love with the 360 camera during this trip. You just get some crazy angles, and you can move the camera all around you. Alright, here we go, we're almost there. Just around this corner, through a puddle, is the gorgeous Serpentine Lake. I'm gonna let the 360 roll right here so you can take this in just like we did. It's working. That's Jerry and Lisa. I love that Canadian flag on the hood of his side-by-side. That's DJ out in the water guiding everybody. Here goes Laurie. Right there, I just fist bumped Dave, aka Patrick. Remember Carl from video 1? Well, that's him and his wife Debbie. And there's Gary and his wife Rhonda.
Hi guys.
And here comes DJ and his wife Erin. I love DJ's rig.
We couldn't let you guys have all the fun.
Behind DJ is his mom and dad, Dave and Carol. Yes, that's the real Dave. That's Patrick and Nancy on the ATV. And again, that is Lisa and Jerry. Up ahead is another whole group. Wait to see how many machines they got. DJ is looking for a place for us to stop and have some lunch. So we decided to drive around this group right here and stop at that point. Check it out. We decided that the point was too windy, so we headed back to the original spot near the beach. So we are at Serpentine Lake. I have been waiting, I can't even tell you how long to be here.
Serpentine Lake in Newfoundland. Probably one of the most beautiful places you can imagine. And see, all those are that's the Earth's mantle that shows through on those mountains. Look at all the people here.
Our new friends.
Our new friends.
Our new Canadian friends.
DJ's filming, I'm filming DJ, DJ's filming me. What was that? We're cooking some lunch, right, Laurie?
Yes.
What are we
I
doing?
want my chair.
You want your chair?
Yeah, what?
We cooked up some lunch and then sat around with the Nova Scotia group, getting to know each other.
Relaxing at Serpentine Lake.
I could have stayed there forever, but all good times come to an end, and it was time to leave. After leaving Serpentine Lake, we made our way towards Corner Brook. The approach to Corner Brook is absolutely beautiful. It's legal to drive your UTVs on the streets in Corner Brook. It makes it really fun. To be able to drive your machine right down the main road, right to your hotel, it's an amazing experience. Imagine looking out at this view every day. Alright, it's time to leave the road and jump on this sidewalk. Since this little section of trail is dual use, you've got to be looking out for pedestrians. Up ahead, we climb a hill and go right into the city. Alright, this part's pretty cool. We have to cross this road, and then we go right downtown. Corner Brook is Western Newfoundland's largest city. Looks like a pretty cool little bar there on the right hand side. I didn't even see it when we drove by. I would have loved to have gone there. There's a shopping center on the right hand side where you can get some food. Also ahead is a Tim Hortons, where we stopped the next day. After this light, we pulled into a gas station on the left-hand side and filled up our machines. That made it easy for the next day when we were heading the other direction. We're about to head up to the main part of Corner Brook, and where City Hall is. There's City Hall. Our hotel is that building that you see there on the left-hand side. I think I filmed it the next day, but this hotel has underground parking. It's really cool. You can drive your machine right underneath the hotel and park in a secured parking area. For now, we're just going to park, and I'm going to go check in. After we checked in and got up into our room, we took a much-deserved shower and then headed down to the Crown and Moose restaurant. It's a pretty cool little pub that's right outside the hotel. Let's see, what do we want? This is where Laurie and I, are having our dinner. Thanks for watching episode 2. Join us tomorrow as we head from Corner Brook all the way up to Deer Lake, with stops at Old Man's Pond and Cox's Cove.